Hey gang, we are starting section 1.3, which is equations of circles. Might be a little bit new for you. So I kind of gave it away. I was going to say, what is this equation? X squared plus y squared equals 9. Whenever I have an equation that I'm not sure about, I just stick in some numbers, right? If I put 0 in for x, I have y squared equals 9. I don't know, 3 squared equals 9, but so does negative 3, right? 0 squared plus negative 3 squared, that equals 9. Okay, that's awesome. Let's put 0 in for y. If I put 0 in for y, I get x squared equals 9. Well, 3 squared equals 9, and so is negative 3. Fantastic. Oh, I don't know. Let's put something else in, like perhaps 2. For x, 2 squared is 4, right? So 4 plus something squared equals 9. That's the disaster. Now, why did that turn to black? I don't know. Subtract 4, you get y squared equals 5. So it looks like y equals positive or negative square root of 5. So when x is 2, I either have square root of 5, which is, what's square root of 5? Like 2.2-ish. Or I get about negative 2.2-ish. Okay, so anyway, let's plot these points. I'm going to go with purple. 0, 3, 0, negative 3. Okay, it's still red. That's upsetting. 3, 0, and negative 3, 0. 2, 2.2, 2, negative 2.2. I can't do it because I'm in my window. Anyway, I think you have the idea. Okay, if I would plot all the points such that x squared plus y squared equals 9, I'd get a circle. Okay, the center of this circle is at 0, 0, and the radius of the circle is 3. Okay, center 0, 0, radius is 3. Okay, there's a formula for a circle, okay, just like we have a general formula for a line. Any circle, we take x minus the x coordinate of the center, squared, plus y minus the y coordinate of the center, we usually call that k for some reason, squared, equals the radius squared. So looking at this is x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 3 squared. When I looked at that, I knew, hey, this is a circle with the center 0, 0, radius 3, because I know this form. Okay, if you want to jot that in your notes, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r. The center is hk. Okay, notice minus is part of the formula. Okay, so if this said x minus 5, the x coordinate of the center would be 5. If this said x plus 5, then the x coordinate of the center would be negative 5, because that would be x minus negative 5. So just be careful. The minus is part of the formula. Okay, so standard form of a circle, I guess I had it here. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, so knowing that, as soon as I see this, I know the center is at 2. Be careful. What would the y coordinate of the center be? That's right, negative 4. Think I can't hear you? The radius is the square root of this. The radius isn't 16. Okay, the number on the other side of equals is the radius squared. So the radius is 4. So I'm going to graph 2. 2, negative 4 is the center. I'm going to go up 4 because my radius is 4, to the left 4 from my center, down 4, and to the right 4. Okay. Hopefully, oh gosh, please draw a better circle than me. So sorry. Okay. But anyway, any point on this circle, if I would put the x coordinate in and the y coordinate in, do this stuff, it would equal 16. Okay? So isn't that nice? All right, we're going to be given information and asked to write the equation of the circles. Okay? Draw a circle whose diameter goes from 3, -2 to 5, 4. Okay. So this is the diameter of my circle. Diameter. So I can kind of, I'm just going to sketch it, because I'm so good at it. I can you see it kind of? Okay. This is the diameter. So halfway, I have an idea. It's something like this. Okay. I can draw a circle whose diameter goes from 3, -2 to 5, 4. Now, they want me to write the equation of this circle. I know it's x minus the x coordinate of the center squared plus y minus the y coordinate of the center squared equals the radius squared. So I have some information here. I know the halfway point. Oh, it looks like maybe it's 4, 1. I'm eyeballing it. I know that the halfway point is the center. I have the diameter. If I could figure out that distance, half of that would be the radius. So we're going to need a couple more formulas, guys. The midpoint of any point is you add the 2 x's and you cut it in half. You add the 2 y's and you cut it in half. That's your midpoint. Okay, so I know I'm going from 3, -2 to 5, 4. If I want to find the midpoint, I'm going to add the x's and divide by 2. I'm going to add the y's and divide by 2. And that's going to give me what? 8 over 2 is 4. -2 plus 4 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. So I was right. What's the 4, 1? Okay, and I was just eyeballing it. That wasn't bad. Okay, so far I know that my formula then is x minus 4 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals, I need to find the distance and then cut it in half. Okay, so the distance formula, you've had this, right? The distance formula is you subtract the x's and square that. Add to it what you get when you subtract the y's and square that. Okay, that's the distance formula. You've had it before. We really want to get used to that. Okay, so what's this? 3 minus 5 if I subtract the x's. 3 minus 5 is -2. -2 squared is 4. The y's, I'm subtracting them. -2 minus 4 is -6. Squared is 36. It doesn't matter what order. If I would have done 5 minus 3, that's 2. 2 squared is also 4. If I would have done 4 minus -2, that's 6. 6 squared is also 36. Okay, you're squaring it, so it doesn't matter the order that you subtract. So this is what, square root of 40? So now I know this distance is the square root of 40. Okay? Well, I don't want the whole distance. I want half of that. And so I'm just going to simply write that as square root of 40 over 2. I understand I could reduce square root of 40. Okay, I heard you say that. I know that. But in the end, I want to take this and square it, right? I take the radius and square it. The radius is square root of 40 over 2, right? It's the half the diameter. Since I know I'm going to square that, I'm not going to waste my time simplifying the square root that I'm going to square. So I get what? 40 over, okay, square root of 40 squared is 40. 2 squared is 4. 40 over 4, looks like this answer is x minus 4 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 10. You good with that? All right. Let's just pull something up here for a minute. You know Desmos calculator? Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly. I just thought of this. If I wanted to make sure I was right, I think I'd go to Desmos and I would type it in. Okay, what did I say? X minus 4 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 10. Okay. And let me drag you over to the picture it's showing me. Okay. Doesn't that look like it has a center at, there's 4, 1 right here. 4, 1, right? Okay. And the radius, what were the points that we said it went through? Let me look back here a sec. 3, -2 to 5, 7. 3, -2 to 5, 7. Let's see. 3, -2. Yep, that's right there on the graph. And 5, 4. Oh, jeez. 5, 4. That looks like that's on the graph. Sometimes I can't grab it. Yeah. You got the idea. Why can't I put my cursor on it? 5, 4 is there. Okay. So Desmos calculator can kind of show you, oh, did I get that right equation or not? It's harder to graph on your graphing calculator when it's not a function in the form y equals. So sometimes I just go to Desmos. Okay. All right. Let's pull this back over. Okay. Is everybody okay with what they're seeing there? Give you time to fill in your notes. Okay. All right. Distance and midpoint, they're going to ask you to do. Guys, listen, in college algebra, another thing that's different, we've done distance and midpoint formula. I understand that. You've never really done it with these types of numbers. This is a number. -1 plus 3√3 is a number. It's irrational, but it's a number. Okay? I don't want the decimal approximation of it. Okay, I can put -1 plus 3√3 in my calculator and get some decimal approximation, but this is the exact number. Okay, pi/2 is a number. All right, we need to be able to use these formulas for these things as well. Okay, midpoint, what did we say? Add the x's, divide by 2, add the y's, and divide by 2. I can add the real part here and get -2 plus 3√2 over 2 and -1 and 3/2. There you go. It's not pretty, but that's the midpoint. This is a number, okay? So please be careful. We are going to use irrational numbers more in college algebra than you're used to. Okay, that's the midpoint. Let's just stick with midpoint and then we'll go to the other video. The midpoint of these two, I'm going to add my x's and add my y's. Pi/2 divided by 2 is the same as pi/2 times 1/2. So that's pi/4, 1/2 would be the midpoint. Okay, if you want decimal approximations, you can do that to check to see for reasonableness if you want to graph these at all, but you wouldn't need to. All right, I'm going to save distance formula for the next one. Okay, see you for 1, 3, part 2.